Alrighty.
All right, you guys. It's another Sunday and we're live, and Clint is joining us today. So we're going to give it a minute or two for you guys to jump on here. Clint's got an unboxing, but he's got a Kickstarter he wants to go through with us. So I thought that would be fun to do for this week's show. Plus, we talk about you all the time, Clint, but in a good way. So he's able to make it here with us. So it's very much going to be a good thing, you guys. So for those of you on the podcast listening, again, you're always welcome to join us. And every Sunday at 4 p.m. Central, barring an emergency or something. And yeah, well, Charles, welcome. And Keegan. Yes, we are weirdos, Keegan. But somebody has to fill that gap of weirdness, correct? So
no,
it's weird really. Not being over on my desk.
Yeah, Ashley's over here now because we're going to let Clint's going to use her desk to show you his Kickstarters.
Oh, we need to get a longer cord for that, an extension.
What we need is the camera I'd like to get, like Chris has.
Yeah.
And then put it up there by the light on this pole that I have.
Yep.
So it goes down. And then you could do an overhead, which would be perfect because that's what we need.
Yeah,
at
then
some
we can
point,
do more up at the table.
But we're just not professional yet, so we'll try, right, Clint?
All right.
Clint's all sure. So on the desk here, Clint has
Hold
been.
on.
Whoops, what you doing?
Yeah.
There we go.
We're gonna let Clint do some talking, you guys. Generally, Clint, people hop in within the first
20 minutes.
But go for it. He's been
That's
waiting
okay.
a couple of years for this one.
Yeah, literally. So, because the Kickstarter itself closed 3 years, 1 month ago ish, and then they estimated delivery for 2023. So, oh wait, is it 2023 already? Yeah, no.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
no.
Just a little late.
Just a little late. Yeah. Not like anything has happened between now and then. So.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes. Well, at this point, as Kickstarter goes, the fact that we got it is probably the plus.
The way things were going with all the shipping and all that.
Yeah.
Hello, amigos. Clint's here. He's going to show you his unboxing. It's the return of Clint.
Yep, it is.
It is. He is back, man. So we're going to let Clint finish his. What's the name of this, Clint?
So this is Leviathans. They call it Leviathans: The Great War, and it's an old, basically a re-release or upgrade or whatever you want to call of the old FASA Leviathans game. Come out a little after BattleTech originally came out from FASA. Obviously, Catalyst tends to acquire all of FASA's properties.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, they tend to. Well, they do a pretty good job updating them. I'm quite happy miniature-wise and rule updates and lore and everything. So this one was just coming now if they ever just do Crimson Skies. But that'll probably never happen. So, too bad. So for those you know, it's basically World War I-esque. Lack of better term, this would be kind of more diesel punk than it would be steampunk, even though technically it doesn't use diesel. There's just no steam power in these. So there's still giant airships. No blimps, no Zeppelin type. These are just big metal behemoths that sail through the skies. Right now, they did just like a core force, which I did get some of that, and then you could get the rule book and everything. So I'll just gonna show you some of the stuff in the rule book. Like, here's the Russian ships that they see, and you can buy a fleet box. There's the picture I was going to show you, Greg.
Oh, okay.
They're cold.
Kinda, yeah. It's some sort of special fuel. That's why I say it's more diesel punk than anything else. So I'll go through the fluffy add-ons and the Kickstarter stuff first.
He bought a box over here that's on the table behind us.
I'll do the starter box.
So
here's the plane packs. These are little aircraft tokens that you can use to support your ships.
Nice. So like fighter jets for.
I think they're kind of
jets,
modified bi-wing planes and stuff.
Oh, they are.
Not exactly. The game doesn't go a whole lot of detail into the planes themselves, other than you can use them for support. So it's kind of cool.
So this is just like BattleTech. It looks
It is
like.
similar, yeah.
Quite a few plane
Yeah,
tokens,
you
though.
get quite a bit with the plane set, which is good because I think the plane set's
So
like
these-
$20 if you were to buy it.
These are like escorts for the ships.
Or
Maybe.
security,
Or
yeah.
security,
They can be
yeah.
used as aggressors or defensive.
Nice.
Game itself will use D12. So this is kind of interesting. Not your any games just use D12. The colors all represent differently for damage and everything, and I'll show you on the cards. Because the Kickstarter, I did go ahead and opt to get all the ship cards. So I have all the cards for all the forces. And this one will probably be the easiest to see or try to see. You'll notice the weapons on the sides and everything. There's going to be color markers that indicates which dice you roll, how many dice you roll. Then whenever damage is hit on a location, sides or whatever, you roll a d6. And it tells you that location. And then when that location's hit, you circle it at the beginning. And then at the end phase, or the cleanup phase as they call it, you would mark that location as destroyed.
Are these cards also where you can take a dry
Yeah,
erase marker?
they are already laminated.
Laminated,
so
basically, yeah.
You can use dry erase on them. It's all
Yeah,
set
because it
for
says
that.
notes up on one of them.
Yeah,
on the
there's a
back.
lot.
That's
they
cool.
did
There's
that.
actually.
They're good size. I mean, compared to my hand, they're good size cards.
Yeah, there's a stack in there.
So the big cards you see here, those are the Type 4. Those are your battleships. The rest of these are all the smaller ships. So because the battleships have extra damage slots.
Oh wow. Okay. It looks like the back shows you the
Yeah,
direction
that's
of fire.
your weapon fire directions and everything. Yeah, we're going to a lot of the technical of them seeing the ships, but still.
That's cool though, because everything's on a card.
Yeah, everything's on the one card. So you, at most, you're going to be playing 4 ships. You'll have 4 cards. That's it. And unless you use like the Admiral cards, which are just have extra effects that you can use in game. That's obviously later. And then any planes if you're using those.
Oh wow! Each one has its own color: blue, red, yellow,
Yeah.
red, and black.
And the numbers on the dice vary. So
yeah, because it says your green one is a D4.
Yeah, basically.
Blue is D6.
Yep.
11.
Yep.
Yellow is 8. Red is 10, and 12 is black.
Black.
And then you
Yep.
have a D6 as well.
Yeah, the D6 is just a determined hit location.
Just slot dice. Yeah.
That's all these.
Cool.
So I'm liking how this lays out. This is why I say it's similar to the way Crimson Skies played in the old game, where you would have a location that you would hit on the plane and you would mark off that location, and whatever boxes it covered determined like critical effects or anything.
Yeah.
So
Dang. So you got cards for the British Empire.
Yeah, I got
French
cards for
Republic,
everybody
and the
that's currently
Germans.
available.
Right.
So I have all the fleet cards, but I don't have all the fleet boxes. There's about 2. I don't have a British or an Italian fleet box yet.
But you got the 3 top ones.
But I've
You
got the cards, yeah.
French, German, and British. So
It's good where we could sell them in if we wanted to see how a certain nation fared.
yeah.
Welcome, Telemachus.
Yeah. Hello, Telemachus. Greetings back, sir. So yeah, in his box he has several boxes.
Yeah, I have
So,
12 boxes. Just
He wanted to
Small
show you
stuff.
the smaller stuff up front here.
map-wise, I'm not going to dig out all the maps, but it's still a hex grid map base, just like BattleTech is. That's your starter map, and I do believe the starter box will probably have one in it too. But so I may have a duplicate of that map. Maps can be tied
I
together.
said, if they're duplicate, as long as they look okay, I just put
Yeah.
them together.
Well, in that
And then
other map
the
pack
map
has
pack-
multiple maps
Yeah.
in it.
So this was. They do have these in the neoprene mat. I just wanted the paper maps. I think they're fine. This one does come with a ton of maps. So you've got a lot of options, and terrain can play into effect. You can collide with a mountain.
That's what I seen. The one it'll give you a version of one map that says light obstacles,
Yep.
the other says heavy
Yeah.
obstacles.
So
So it's
and when you're considering that these ships are giant and they turn in the middle, and sometimes you have to move forward 2 or 3 hexes before you can turn, you might be in trouble.
Is it going to be like Wings of Glory where it's
Could-
card?
fly off the map or
Yeah, I was thinking, like we sailed off the map.
yeah. I remember the first time
Wings
we
of Glory,
played that.
Ships of Glory, yeah, either
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Sails of Glory.
Sails
It
of
was.
Sails of Glory, yeah.
But so be careful. We can't sell the table, and we did.
Because the wind did that. Yeah, that wind element was brutal. Yeah, and you can collide. There's rules for colliding and everything. So
Oh, and you have clouds too.
Yep.
Oh.
yeah,
That'd
some
be
of them
like
are gonna
your
have
smoke.
clouds. Yeah,
Smoke cover on a
Terrain. I
battlefield.
think they really did a good job kind of piecing this together.
Honestly, this looks like it's pretty much well.
Yeah,
Tells you how to actually do it.
yeah.
It's
So-
going to be interesting.
Starter box comes with 2 ships of French and 2 German ships. I decided to get the Army fleet boxes as well, so I do have some duplicates, but we'll start with the French fleet. And yeah, the artwork is awesome.
Artwork is just gorgeous.
Well, hold on to that page. We'll show that.
Yeah,
in a
we'll
minute.
show that in a minute.
There you go.
So here is, I get it in the camera. Here's
There
your
you go.
French fleet. So as you get your 3 types of ships, you've got your battleships, your cruisers, your destroyers, your frigate. Each army has basically 4 ships plus possibly a unique ship. I have the 1 Russian unique ship, which is actually just a fancy paint job. Here's your Russian fleet.
I'm all for that.
Those are bigger.
Yeah, the Russians are bigger. Well, not as big as the German.
No, not as big as that's noticeably bigger ships.
But yeah,
there.
they're good size because, I mean, battleships are going to be battleships no matter what. But and then your German fleet box here, and it's a little hard to see, but I'll when we open the starter box, I'll have some that we can actually show that aren't covered by the glossy.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, it gives it like a timeline in here too.
Yep, it does.
1878 is when it started.
for those of us in the Kickstarter, like
See
here
that.
is the
Well, I have my
unique Russian ship that comes
finger
with
on
the
this real
Kickstarter.
That was your
Just a
extra
single-
like
yeah, this is my
goal.
Yeah, it's going to have a different crew car, a different stat, but it also only has 2 hex base. And you'll see this as we open it. There's a little tail that goes on the base that is the stats for the ship. So it gives you movement, your armor, your turn radius, all that stuff is on that little marker, so you can see it while it's on the table. And then the starter box.
All right, so we're gonna open the starter
We're
box
gonna open
now.
the starter box. So this
See
is
what comes
this
in.
is what you would buy, and this just kind of gives you a quick overview. Got a nice safe map to not hit things with.
Looks like it comes
So-
with 2 maps in there, or a double
Yeah,
sided.
it could be double sided. Now, there's also the torpedoes that we didn't talk about. I just was going to touch base on that. You fire them before you move.
Really?
Yep. So yeah, it seems interesting reading through the game mechanic on that. Now I have not seen.
Catalyst has interesting.
Oh,
games.
they do.
I
Yeah.
kind of like this. It goes into each faction.
Yeah,
German,
gives you-
Russian, British, Italian, and their history of it,
Yep.
basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is really
There's a
cool.
lot to it, and I think as we get more fleet boxes, more fleets out, I think it'll be a good.
And it tells you about each of the ships.
Yep.
New box, doesn't like to open.
Yep, it's vacuum sealed. There we go.
French.
So of course everybody's favorite do not eat packet.
Yeah, chiclets!
They're not. Yeah, don't eat those.
And Brian
So
from World War II.
Hey, Brian,
Yeah.
this would be up your alley. This
kind
is
of, yeah. So quick start rulebook. I mean, it's just light rulebook here. For those that can read it, that you just
Quick
your
reference.
overview of play. It's pretty straightforward and simple. I'm with some nuanced. They do
Oh,
include
jam jar. Yeah.
punch out tokens for clouds. So these look familiar from Alpha Strike.
Yeah.
Very similar situation there. Also, you've got the 2-dimensional ship tokens if you wanted to just do
So you could add.
2-dimensional ship.
Would this allow you to add extras then?
Technically, I would say yes. The problem is the ship stats are going to be identical. And you generally aren't going to have more than room for 4 each player, and the map's going to be taken up. So I suppose you could,
Huh? Just curious.
but a lot
Yeah,
of the
it
scenarios
does give
only
you-
take a couple. Ooh,
I
oh.
think it's 4 different
So
maps.
you're right. It is a double-sided map.
I'd say the book's showing 4 different maps.
Oh, yeah. There's more than 4, though. But yeah,
Well, double-sided
this
it
is,
would be.
you can't quite see the whole thing. So here's our
It's like
starter box
farmland.
map. And this, I believe, is the same as the Kickstarter one. Now, you've got your flat, kind of, this would almost work for Wings of Glory, too.
You
It's not
could.
as cool, but with the different terrain and everything, it wouldn't be bad. Just ignore the hexes.
If you wanted to, you could literally take all the tokens that you got and cut the paper ones out of the book.
You could. Now, that's interesting.
What you got?
They included dry erase markers.
Nice. So more like
Dry erase
Zvezda.
markers. Yeah, Zvezda does that with their
so
games.
that's cool.
I bet you anything they're gonna be like bulky ones.
It don't matter. At least they
But
give
it's
you
something, yeah.
Just pop.
one. All right. So,
So now look at the ships, because these ships we can. They said these are duplicates. Oh, everything wants to be sealed. There we go.
Hey, at least you know it was
Yeah,
packaged good
that's
and
true.
not things ain't
So
falling.
to give you an idea, your bases for the ships,
take up X amount of
there
hexes.
are and you have to. In a lot of cases, most ships require you to move 1 or 2 hexes forward before you turn.
Brian
The
says,
old
"What?"
crew is all here.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep.
Other than Keegan, but I
And
think
you're-
he's still watching.
He's
Flight
working. I
stand,
think.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, Charles, it's interesting looking.
So
And-
they don't give you D6. I kind of wondered. It's like
A D6,
I mean, who
everyone
has
has a
D6?
D6.
nobody has D6s. Why wouldn't they give you a D6?
It's not like we none of us
Yeah.
have any.
Even
So
the
let's-
3-year-old
There
has
you go. I will
D6s.
hand
Let's
you
get a ship out
Here's
there.
the German. I think it's a cruiser.
Ooh,
That's a German cruiser, I believe.
look at that,
'Cause
Charles.
there's no
It's
battleships in the starter box. It's cruisers. I believe it's just
Oops.
cruisers and frigates.
Go back towards Clint. There you go.
painted. No. Nice looking model.
Thank you.
And they're pre-painted.
Yay!
They
You
all
don't have
come
to paint.
pre-painted.
I want to see.
Let's see. They're pretty nice.
Oh, and then your little German.
And you got your little ones?
Your little
Might be
German. I
easier
think
for
that's
you
a
to hold
German
it up there.
destroyer. It might be. Hold on here.
That is
'Cause
actually pretty good.
You can see.
German destroyer.
So are they going to
Nice
be painted
paint.
differently? So you know, like each
So
one
each
is
here.
going to
I'll
be
show. So those are the German fleets.
gray for German,
Here's your
green or something.
French.
Okay, so they're like a gray.
There's
Okay.
yeah,
Blue.
and like
Well,
the
there's-
Russians are light blue.
So okay, so you could tell it's not going to
Yeah,
all
you're
look
gonna
the
see.
same.
I find it interesting that the French all have to look like little sharks.
Dolphins, not sharks. Dolphins.
Yeah. So
Just start
They
playing.
are. They're
Now-
very good painted.
the detail work is beautiful. I'm going to compare it to the fleet box. just to
Diesel
see.
punk airship warfare.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
So this is I mean, comparatively, that's
dead on.
Yeah,
the same
pretty damn
ships. Yeah.
close,
So
yeah.
these two, I believe, are the same. That
Looks
one
like
really
you
looks
have
like a
3
fish.
of the small little ones.
So I was just doing a quick comparison of these two being the same because nice clear from the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's still, it gives you quite a bit in the starter box to go.
Charles,
Yeah.
Hexy,
Naval, Jeffy would not be liking this game.
however, Hexy might like it because it is a
Well,
hex game.
That is
Yeah.
true. He might.
I mean, the maps are hex. You're moving in hex.
Oh, it's
movements.
one that has an eraser on
It has
top.
a little eraser.
Dang.
I'd see if it's a decent quality
Yeah,
little dry erase with a little eraser.
that's nice.
And
that
it
thing.
comes with 2 of them. So I mean, it's pretty much everything you need to play. Let's see if there's any cool artwork in this quick start book too. If it's the same stuff.
I got
that's
right
in-
about middle is where this was.
Yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, this is exactly the same as the ones in that book.
This just
Still-
goes into more detail.
Yeah, I got that because I wanted the lore and the history.
It is cool because I mean, it looks like it started at 1880
Yep.
or 78, and it goes to 1914.
Yep. There's a little better image of what the planes were supposed to be like. There right now are no
like an
three-dimensional
aerodynamic
plane. Yeah.
biplane. Yeah,
there's no real 3-dimensional planes. Not that probably won't happen.
Are they what? Are they
they might,
cardboard?
Yeah, they're just tokens that the 1 hex size token, and it does break down the ships.
but it depends on
So
how
you've
this
got
takes off too. Well, this
German
got back
cruiser
right
and
away,
a German destroyer.
didn't it, Clint?
Oh
This
yeah,
is-
it got back
it
big
got
time.
funded right away. I believe.
But a lot of the people who funded it, here we go, some good artwork. Kind of see ships. Like,
Down.
yeah, I gotta.
I know it's
I'm
not the
working
best
here
camera.
because I need it.
Well, it's shiny, so it's just
Yeah,
the
it's
glare.
shiny, but kind of gives you that cool idea. I think it'd be fun to throw down. Oh, hey,
That's kind of cool looking.
yeah, a little bit of a map. I don't know if this map is even in that book. It might be in the beginning, but
No, I did think I did see the.
so the interesting thing is, well, it does not. Right now, you're only getting German, French, Russian, Italian fleets, you will have Spain, or Britain, you'll have Spain, you'll have the Ottoman Empire, the footstool people,
The footstool people.
Scandinavia,
Yeah.
United States will eventually have a fleet, and there is the Austria-Hungarian alliance, which is going to be kind of its own force. So it looks like maybe a couple mercenary type forces.
Well, you might even have pirates. You know what I mean?
That's possible.
They can add that.
I think the original game did have something to that degree, but part of it, at least from the lore right now, is everything is so expensive to build that only the nations could actually
That
build
map's
the
in here
ships.
too.
It is. Okay, cool.
It's small. That one is a little bit bigger than what this one is, but yeah.
There's, by the way, Greg, there's what I mean by the little tail fins. Look at the bottom of the bases.
Oh, okay.
Stats for the ships.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So,
These
yeah,
right there.
so right there, then you've got quick movement. It'll tell you how many it moves, how many spaces it needs to go to turn.
You got to glance at them and
Yep.
you can move.
How many? It does tell you the number of slots it has, which is where the damage is. That I think the overall total number of slots doesn't really matter as much.
It's got a couple scenarios in here.
Yeah, there should be more than a couple.
So just to catch up on the comments for a second, Brian from World War II says pre-painted. That's a selling point
I've
for
only seen
him.
one.
And that it spells like Weird War to me.
Oh yeah,
It is, Brian.
It
I
is.
think if you look at it, Leviathans.
Great.
It is
World War One weird war, but still,
it's World War One weird. Yep.
but still right up that alley. It's
Yeah.
for sure.
This is going to be interesting. And the starter
think
box gives you enough to.
We'll maybe have to get a starter battle in just
Yeah.
to see. Although I might preempt that and just use the Russians instead of the French.
you can do whatever.
But I do want to get, as these come out, as they become available in the stores, which it sounds like maybe Christmas, we're going to start seeing the actual store release for them. I would like to get an Italian fleet, a British fleet, just basically have the fleet boxes
Yeah.
so that we can see. I'm going to open the Russians.
Hold
Just
on.
'cause I
Again, I
really
get
wanna
the
know.
Russian box and
I
open
really
it.
want to know what.
Yeah, as well.
Because it was one that did come, and after opening those little ships in the starter box, they're so cool.
Be careful, Clint. Sharp object.
Really? No,
I still remember.
it's just what I used to open packages with. It's barely sharp enough.
Yeah.
But,
I'll just.
so price point wise, I do believe the starter box is going to be comparable with Catalyst stuff.
It's about $60.
So about
maybe.
60 to 80, depending.
It seems like a lot of theirs is right at $60.
And 30,
But
35. Well,
There's
yeah.
a trash can right next to it.
Is it? Oh,
Right underneath my
oh
desk.
yeah. Okay, cool. That works. But that's the thing, like with BattleTech Gothic, it's gonna be $100 for the starter box.
BattleTech Gothic.
Oh, Keegan
Yeah.
is there. He was peeling 2 dozen eggs.
Oh, you
Fine.
made.
I feel sorry for Crystal.
I mean, could be worse, I guess. Ooh,
I don't know.
more little packets.
More chiclets!
No, you don't need those
See
actually.
if I can do this without glare. The art on the back of the box is unique to each
Oh,
army.
wow, that's cool. So,
Let's see if we can kind of see the art.
so you could take it out of the box and put the box on the shelf.
Yeah,
and have
you
a
could
framed
use it
artwork.
as a display.
Yeah. Damn, that's cool.
Now the Russian. So there you
Yeah,
got your fin tokens. You got your torpedo tokens, and then your regular, movement tokens, stuff like that.
Oh, you can show it off there.
Oh, hey, never mind. They actually included.
Nice.
They actually
Like a
included
postcard.
postcard
Oh, wow.
type of the
Look
art.
at that, you guys.
So, well, shit, I might frame that or something. That's kind of cool.
That's what, like a 5x8 probably?
Yeah, roughly.
So yeah, those
so-
are pretty easy to come by.
So now that we can see what one of the Admiral cards do, it is just, they just boost the game. Like this one says, once per game, you may repair a slot that was destroyed that turn. So just the different Admiral cards. And
Gives
that's
you a boost
not
or
uncommon for a lot of games. They also do include the 2-dimensional ship tokens.
Instead, if you don't want to
Instead,
use
if
the
you don't want a
miniatures.
3D wide, I don't know.
Well, I mean, say you want 2 of the big ships.
Yeah.
You don't get 2 of the big ones. You get 1.
Gives you options.
That's a decent size card.
Well, see, this is for the battleship. So the reason this is bigger than these is because you've got these extra slots on the side. Well, each ship has your starboard, your port, all that. These have front and rear starboard
artillery
port,
or whatever they're using.
and then each one of those is, so we can't really zoom it, but you'll have some cards that are blank. Like this one here that my thumb is on says steering gear, which limits your movement. There are some weapons, like the one my thumb is on here. You'll notice there's two colors. There's a blue and a green in a circle. So those are the dice you roll. But this one is divided by a line. So depending on the game effect you're doing, you either roll the blue or the green. Some of these will have multiples, like the torpedo here on this one. It rolls 3 red dice.
That can't be good.
No. Well, red dice are basically your D4.
Can't be.
Yeah, let's see. The minis look like on this one.
Keegan says he's interested once the Americans.
Yeah, the Americans should be pretty cool, actually.
He wants big ships only because deleting that.
There is the Russian fleet.
That's
I
nice.
kind of like that light gray
The
with
color
the dark.
is cool, actually. Yeah. And I'll take that. I'm going to take the battleship out because it's
take it
big
out. Take it
fin.
out. Take it out. Wow.
Dang, that's
pretty
that
big.
is not small. I mean, but that's your Russian battleship.
It's probably what, 2.5 inches?
I'm gonna guess. I mean, it's almost the length of my whole hand. So, and it's
Gimme.
oh god, it uses
It's
a
4. I would say
Oh my gosh,
4 hex.
4 hex,
Takes up a lot of
like
movement.
and you're
that.
turning
That is
based on the center here. You're rotating based off this.
Oh,
So if you've got to
be an
move
interesting-
3 squares and then turn, you're gonna be. I mean,
That's
obviously
gonna
these,
risk. Yeah,
these
that
don't
one.
turn fast.
You're
They're
gonna
not
have to
supposed to.
watch.
But
You're gonna have
then
to watch
we read the
movement.
description saying the Germans are even slower. It's like, oh my god.
Well, yeah, because the Germans, it said, are the heavier
The
armor,
heavy
but
armor, yeah.
they have no speed, so everything's.
Yeah,
The little guns on the top move.
do they?
Do
That's
they?
sweet. Nice.
That one and the back one.
That's awesome.
I don't know about those ones, but yeah, the two
That's-
front and the rear one
That's
moves.
cool. The little
That is
little,
kind of cool.
turreted guns here. These actually,
Dang.
that's super impressive.
I do. I like the color scheme on it.
Yeah.
You really seem to be impressed with the game.
I've never had a problem with ships. I like
I think
playing the ships.
I think this is going to be a lot of fun.
I'd say from what little I've read, because I was looking more at the pages, it's gonna play similar to Wings of Glory, Sails of Glory,
Yeah,
for the
think it's-
most part.
Yeah, it's going to be
I do like that artwork.
until you get to the damage. I think the damage part
That's
where it's a little
gonna be more like
realistic.
BattleTech.
Yeah, and it should be a little more like BattleTech considering.
I do like that little postcard that they
Yeah, that's
brought
really
in.
cool.
That's
That means
really
I've got
cool.
one for
Because
each
you
fleet box
You
then.
could get a
Probably.
little frame at the
Yep.
Yeah.
dollar store, man, and hang that up. That's cool. Sounds like Ashley's interested enough to pick this
Well,
up.
these will be out
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, we have too many games. You'd have to get
Well,
rid of
that's
something.
why
But
I've had to really pare down. So I'm keeping certain games just because I've either got a lot for it already,
Yeah.
or it's something I know will come back. Like World of Tanks /Tanks. You know,
yeah, I
like
mean,
Mech Warrior BattleTech.
this big one right here is all straight war.
Yeah, we know we're gonna play. Now this one really was because I backed so much. This is why I'm hanging on to it.
Right.
But
So,
there's that artwork.
there's the artwork, and then there's the timeline.
Okay, so let's get this artwork in. Figure what direction I need to go.
So that's an interesting question Keegan has.
Here we
Will
go.
there be anti-air
Possibly.
units firing at you? Possibly. Clint says.
Possibly. We're so new into this, and they're redoing everything
Wait,
that I don't see it. But mostly, I think that's what you're using the aircraft for at the moment. I think the planes are going to be your big anti-air.
Because they're going to be escorting all these
Yeah,
airships.
Uh,
or
No,
doing
that's
security.
pretty much everything except for the gold string, which you still don't really know what it's for. Like seriously, and it's not even on the inventory list. Gold string.
But maybe it's just a morum or something.
Gold string.
I don't know.
Yeah, the
There's
maps.
got to be something in there.
Yeah, there's
I think
something
you
to it.
do got all the maps.
I just don't have the neoprene ones. I got everything.
No, I
in
meant the 4 that I saw.
the
'Cause that's the
paper.
one that's
Yeah.
in there. And then
Yeah,
that's one of the
ton
other
in that.
ones.
Yeah,
It'd
And
be
that's-
interesting to see if
that's gonna be good.
Oh, this is 6 double-sided maps.
Oh, geez, that's nice. So we
That's
got plenty
12.
of maps for this.
So
12
it
plus
says
the 2.
French court
you got
side,
14.
English channel.
Well, I'm wondering.
You got 2
Oh, no,
Highland
you know what?
Mountains.
The Kickstarter map is not the same map that's in the box set.
It probably isn't, because the box set would be extra maps, right? At least.
Well, the
generally.
starter box is the standard map, yeah, but this says Kickstarter map, and this is just a map that came with everything. I just figured it was just another copy of the starter box map, but
Doesn't
apparently
look
it
like
is
it.
not.
Because
it's
the other
got,
one was farmland.
Like
without-
this is definitely French.
No,
I mean,
it's already different.
it's
fields.
French farm fields and your typical World War II mapping. Yeah, it's
Now
all.
that one you could do with like Wings of Glory.
Yeah, you could. I mean, size wise, they're same. And then another just open.
Yeah,
Although
that's what this is showing.
this has some interesting. The hexes are blocked out.
That's mountains.
Oh, that's a do not hit.
Yep. Those are
Yeah,
gonna be do not hit.
nice.
Up
So
close.
that's where your clouds go.
Yep, that makes sense. That's where you're gonna definitely
So you have to pay
problems.
attention to not fly off the map, but not to hit something.
not to hit things too, depending on the map you're using. Yeah,
So interesting. You got to strategize.
it's gonna be yeah.
Hey, Ice
it's-
Wolf, you're good, honey. Don't worry about it. If you're painting, we're not offended. Yeah, this says French Courtyard open, English Channel open,
Oh, English Channel would be interesting.
Highland Mountain 1 and 2, light objectives.
Just open it, Ashley. Let's look at it. Why not?
You
Now
may
I
as
want
well.
to see the English Channel one.
May as well.
I am curious what the English Channel one's going to look like.
I don't
I
know
would like to get some of the neoprene ones, but
which
I
one
think
would be what.
well,
And it's a
just some open skies.
Just pick one.
This
Yeah.
one has a lot of do not fly area.
yeah.
There's this little grid. This is a
That would probably be the jungle because that says heavy objectives. That's what it looks
dear.
like. It's
oh
dark.
my god, it's a mountain range.
Uh,
Oh,
Wow.
that is in the worst place possible too.
Dead center.
Oh my
turning
God.
3 years.
Yeah, so if
Oh boy.
yeah, it's like this is all do not hit.
All
Holy
that
cow.
That or that's the valley because it says narrow.
That might be about. Oh, it's even worse on the other side.
Oh, jeez.
Holy crap.
This is definitely not running a lot of ships.
Make you work for it while you're trying to
Oh,
get
and
around it.
islands.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that one.
Is that the channel?
No, but oh, that's neat too.
That one might be
That
open
might be
water
the channel. There's your
or
water.
island.
This is I think island. It might be island or this actually might be
That
island.
one's probably
This
island.
is imagine island. Well, it says down here. I just can't read it.
Island, open island.
Yep, open island. So
That's at the bottom.
This says over water and there's ships on it.
oh, nice.
Already has ships.
Oh, that's cool too.
That's desert.
That's a nice looking map.
I like that one. That'd be
Little
fun
oasis.
for Wings of Glory too.
Little oasis out there in the middle
Yeah,
of nowhere.
just a little.
Here's the jungle. Heavy objectives.
It's all clouds. Let me drop papers trying to fold it something. Oh wow! Oh my gosh! That is all cloud.
And the same
And
thing on the other
everything
side.
that you can see is do not collide.
Oh boy.
Because I'm sure there's effects with the clouds.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be like
That's a
slow
little
Island
more
recovery.
room.
Mountain.
Good grief.
Yeah, this map set was well worth it.
Well, you got 12 maps since it's
Yeah,
double
I got a lot to.
That's dead center.
Yeah, that one
And then
is
that
also.
one's kind of the outsides.
Oh geez, yeah.
Ice Wolf says it looks good, nice maps. Keegan
Here's
says
your English channel.
maybe
right
we'll
here.
have an Easter egg. Ice Wolf says White Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah.
Here's your English
And
channel.
Telemachus said they need space versions of the ships. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That-
These are
Yeah, hard to. that kind of looks like
That's the English. It says
it's an
English channel.
Okay, so it's a
And
section of the English.
what
This
is-
looks like
What
the
does this one say?
Kickstarter map one.
Charles says
I can't
mountains,
see
Alps.
I can't see what that was.
Yeah, it looks like there's.
Yeah, this
so,
looks like the. Oh no, it's similar to the Kickstarter map,
What is that one?
but not.
French courtside.
Yeah, it's not quite the same as the Kickstarter. So I wonder if the two would piece together,
Possibility here.
because the Kickstarter one had farms and stuff on it.
You could
this
probably
was-
piece
this is
them
a
together.
separate unique
Yeah, this
map.
was a unique to the
Because
Kickstarter.
you got maps in the starter box.
Yeah,
And then you got the map pack.
map
and the
pack, and
maps-
that one came with.
That's
So you only got this with Kickstarter. Yep.
Yeah, so it was a Kickstarter special.
So those.
Gee, the maps are super impressive. Yeah, we just need to get a few games in.
Kind of looks like an interesting game anyway.
So we need to go and get 2 long 8-foot tables and just start placing.
No, we should be able to. I mean, you generally are running a couple ships at a time, so at most we're going to run 4 each side.
So look,
But
it
boy,
says
some of those maps would be
retro World
horrible
War One
format.
sci-fi or similar.
Yep, similar.
Yeah.
It is, according to the lore, it is very diesel punk type.
So apparently the ships generate
Those are
a
nice.
field around them that allow them
Yeah,
to.
the fuel that the ships use creates some sort of electromagnetic field that lets them actually lift and fly, according to the lore.
I'd say on the timeline, it took them like 10 years to try to figure out how
Yeah,
to get it to fly.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you waited 3 years though
yeah,
for this.
I think that was worth the wait.
That's a long wait on a Kickstarter, but
Yeah.
if you feel you got your money's worth,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it looks like
Oh,
it.
it did. I mean, the
don't even
maps
remember what I
alone.
paid, but it wasn't more than 200 for all of that.
That's
I'm
not
sure
bad.
it wasn't even that with shipping. I just don't remember. The nice thing is this hit port before all the tariffs hit, so they never charge you extra for shipping.
No, that's good.
All the shipping was covered by them, and so it still costs $20 to ship. But I mean, box obviously,
Yeah, but
that's not bad.
the size of that box to ship
Yeah, all the
overseas,
stuff.
$20.
And
Bucks.
Are we
I
That's,
done
didn't
with this
get
one?
everything.
I don't know. Are you? Yeah, you could.
There.
So that's a pretty decent size box for $20
Wait.
to be shipped. I really don't see the.
No, I don't.
Ice Wolf says, "Is it all flying ships and zeppelins?" It's not.
I don't think it's Zeppelins
There's no
at all.
zeppelins at all. They're literally iron battleships that fly.
Yeah, it's
And there are plane tokens, and I do believe there probably is going to be like 3D planes, probably just like a little.
You could probably make them or find
You
something
could.
for
I
it.
was thinking there was a game we had before that had little planes. Like I was thinking, it's that World War II battleship one that with the really fragile ships.
Oh, the one oh god, the one that Johnny B went and was like flexing it, snap.
Yeah,
I don't
that
remember
one
what that
had
one
3-dimensional planes.
was. That was the one
Victory.
you and Keegan started Keegan
Yeah,
started
it
getting
just- I
into.
couldn't-
and you got rid of it. I think he got rid of his.
Because
too.
they break just trying to do anything.
Well, because the resin was brittle.
Plus, you have to try to
Brittle.
assemble them, and
Yeah.
it was just a pain.
So Ice Wolf, it kind of is more like diesel punk type of thing in World War One era.
They do a barrel roll.
Can they do a barrel
Ooh.
roll? Keegan asks.
I
know.
doubt that.
I doubt it, but God, that would be funny.
I don't know if they could, but you'd have to look at the cards.
Since it doesn't really play into elevation in this game,
No, because I think
So,
everything's gonna be the
everything's
same.
the same.
elevation.
Assuming you're not worrying about going higher or lower.
I would assume maybe not, because the whole crew would be.
Going to be really deadly is the way the torpedoes work, because you shoot them before you move.
What's some of those maps are gonna be deadly because
Yeah,
if
just-
those big ships, you're not gonna be able to use them. Especially with a couple of them that are dead center. Those
Yeah, and
things,
if you
ugh,
can't move and somebody's caught in an alleyway and you send torpedoes into that,
they're kind of SOL.
ouch. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 dice damage is interesting.
Well, some of them are D12s.
Keegan says he still has ships to that game. Yeah, you had the Americans, I
Yeah, I'm
believe
sure
you
I still
bought
have
Keegan.
some ships for that game too.
I
but
want to say it's Victory something. It was.
Victory is C.
Victory at
yeah,
Sea or
something like that. It's too bad if the ships were better.
The concept was
The game
good.
was awesome. The ships just sucked.
They were poorly made.
They were really poorly done, and you couldn't afford to go buy model ships that fit that scale and build them because it would take forever and be expensive.
Yeah. It was a good concept, though.
It was, and it was fine if you wanted to play it 2-dimensional.
Keegan's. So with elevation, I can hit the brakes and they fly right by. Well, I don't know. We'd have to. You got plenty enough to play. We should just play. We should just meet at Scooters and play.
Yeah, we'll have to get a game down. And
that table would work great for it.
Yeah, actually, that should be plenty.
The map.
Big enough to.
What the hell? The map would fit right.
Yeah, that should be plenty big enough to run. Even just if we did the starter scenario with it, just to get
the mechanics down. Yeah, because it's interesting. I haven't heard Ashley excited about a game for a while.
I said I like the paint. I didn't say I wanted the game.
So you wouldn't play if you.
I didn't say that.
Okay, that's.
But I didn't say I want the game. That's where you get yourself in trouble.
So yeah, really, all you guys need is the starter box and the Russian fleet box here. Starter box comes with 2 German ships, but the German box has 2 ships that aren't in the starter box. So
no, I didn't miss the movie reference, Keegan. I got it. That was funny.
Isn't
but
that?
We don't know if they can fly right by. We'll have to see.
Top Gun, right?
No, Spaceballs.
Oh, that is Spaceballs. Hit the brakes and they fly right by.
Plaid.
There is Spaceballs, then there's Idiocracy.
Oh my God!
I got it.
I do not like you. That was
told you.
Waste of our night.
Yeah, but now she wants to see if the sequel is ever going to come out.
No.
They left it open.
Yeah, there's just never going to be a sequel. It's a Beavis and Butthead, guys.
Yeah, it's
big names in that movie, though.
Yeah, there were.
There were some big names in that movie.
Interesting movie, yeah. So that was that, and then you were going to talk about World of Tanks.
World of Tanks, the card game.
Has a card game now. I didn't know.
Yeah, they're coming out with that November, I believe. I figured that's gonna be an easy one just to get in because it's just cards. And it can be done as a pickup game real quick somewhere, and it actually looks like it's pretty decent.
Is it gonna be like a dice kind of thing
No,
you roll, or is it just
you? It's all card. There are some tokens and stuff, but you have to use cards to spend to get ammo to shoot with the tanks and stuff. So you got to use some resource stuff.
So it's gonna be kind of like Pokemon, where you have to try to use
yeah,
Magic. I think.
Yeah, I think it's
it'd be more like Magic.
Magic's a little more involved than I want to deal with anymore. I don't do card games often, but that one looks like it'd be cool, and it will let you mix and match tanks.
So it's a deck.
Kind of a deck. It's a deck building game, yeah. But you're not stuck with you have to play Germans, you have to play Americans. You could build your forces out how you want. And interestingly enough, they do take the artillery into effect, and from what I've seen from the play, that because tanks, when your tanks are facing off to get each other, certain tanks can only shoot certain directions. You can either shoot straight forward with your tank destroyers, or you can shoot to the left or right, but the artillery can jump.
Wow.
I mean, it'd be just like a real
it's
artillery's gonna launch it anyway,
yeah,
so it's gonna miss that first one.
It's gonna be very similar to the miniature game too, which I still am buying tanks for. I still have stuff for that.
When does it come out then? Or?
November sometime.
Oh,
I'm gonna see about getting a booster
box. It's gonna be out for the old Black Friday sales.
I don't know on that one.
Probably.
I'm just gonna pre-order from Rich if he can get it. I'm just gonna order a booster box and then the 2 starters because there's American and German starter box and the booster boxes. And then I'm going to make some cool ammo tokens out of 1/35th scale model. No, I'm just going to get some old military model kits that have crates of tank shells. You only need crates that have 1, 2, or 3 shells in them, and that's what you pay your cost with to shoot. So,
Keegan says you should play the World of Tank card game in a tank. Will you stop it?
No room to play it in a tank.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw
room. Have you ever been inside a tank?
There's not much room in a tank.
There ain't room to do jack in there, unless it's an APC.
I sent you something on TikTok. There is, I don't know where exactly it is, but it is paintball.
No,
and you drive tanks.
Yeah, I showed tank. Yeah, I've
seen, like little mini tanks,
stuff like that.
Oh my God, I want to so badly go inside this place.
They make paintball rounds for real tanks now.
Oh,
that's
not going to be fun.
Oh no, that'd be a lot of fun.
No,
It
not
would be.
not in real tanks if you were out doing a training exercise, but on the mini ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's Poland though.
I don't
could
know
be.
where
I
it
think
is.
so.
It's not
But
hard to build them.
They
to
were
do
just
it.
driving around in little mini
Yeah,
tanks.
little tanks, and your head's only sticking out this far,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's not gonna. Well, it probably
Well,
still
I mean,
hurt me.
hit
It
you
might
in the
hurt.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might hurt.
You want a helmet for sure.
I would be wearing a helmet. I don't think I'd want to get pegged by a paintball coming out of a tank,
No.
mini tank. But yeah, so that'll be something interesting too. Because World of Tanks is I kind of missed the old school.
The
days
old
of it
school way,
that
yeah.
we started.
Yeah.
You realize that was 8 years ago?
Yes.
I was looking back on some of the videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man,
Hey,
that's 8+
you know
years
what?
ago.
That one hill is still holding together.
Yeah, the ones Clint gave you to finish off.
Yeah.
They're still.
Yeah.
The one's
still
still
usable.
holding together.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've got some decent training for the World of Tank miniatures, but mostly just been collecting the tanks. And
The
then
tanks they're nice box sets though. I've seen.
Yeah. Now that they're getting a little more modern, they're kind of cool. I've got a lot of the British stuff I didn't have before because the modern tanks are cool. But the video game itself, though, I've really kind of just become a collectible thing now. I go in there to see what new comes up every Tuesday. If it's something I want to buy, I buy it, and then it just sits there.
Do you think it's kind of fallen off?
I play so many different games. I don't think it's fallen off. It's just I'm doing SnowRunner. I'm now doing Roadcraft, which Keegan should do Roadcraft. Keegan would like Roadcraft.
Yeah, the bridge is still together. Also, Keegan says he's right.
That's cool.
And the sniper deck, yeah. And
that was made out of Elmer glue.
what was it?
I think I lost the trees that I put in there.
Yeah, it could be.
But that's, I think, the only thing that came off.
Icewolf says, I don't even fit through the hatch of a World War II tank. Seen a lot last 2 weekends. It's a big rally because we were liberated around this time in Operation Market Garden.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So, yeah, I mean, tank crews tend to be short, skinny guys.
Yep.
You're not
getting a big boy in there.
No.
You're not going to shove a big guy in there now. So there's not much room in them.
I'd say, didn't you find a TikTok where a guy was trying to get into like a little Chinese
Oh,
So
type
he
of
was
100 or something like that?
the Japanese type.
Or-
yeah.
So he was trying to get into
There's
it.
not, the door's
Yeah.
like this big. How are you gonna get in there, dude?
He barely squeezed through, but only because he was super skinny. So
Yeah.
I mean, there'd be no way. And then you cram 3 guys in there.
Yep.
What?
No.
No. Goodbye.
Deuces.
So
I just thought the card game would be an easy pickup, something we could just do
yeah,
periodically and don't have to put a lot into it. You know, if I buy a booster box, I should have at least one of every card.
well, cards would be.
You know.
I would give it a try, but I've never been one for.
I haven't
Deck building?
either, but I think this one,
But I would try it.
because it's not just it's deck building, but it's not you're not trying to find all these cards that pair with this. You're like, these are the tanks I want to use.
Yeah,
This is the equipment I want to have for these tanks, because it still has all the gear, but it looks like most of it was universal. So your high explosive ammo would go to any tank. You know, your extra fuel would go to any tank. It would be
kind of like from when it was originally tanks.
yeah.
and you got the cards that were
Yep.
country orientated, or
Yeah.
they were universal, like extra fuel or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I suppose there'll probably be cards that are.
Which we never really
Country
did ever play
specific.
with those.
we did.
I did a lot there after I was playing for a while because the benefits were very useful.
Some of them were.
Well, the one tank destroyer bumped my damage up to like 7. And it was just like, yeah, this is, or lets you basically not receive a penalty for being, or it shifts
Too
something
far
like
or
when you're
something
in
like
cover.
that, yeah.
Like the one of the tank destroyer gets a bonus when it's in cover. And so it's even more nasty. It just,
Keegan says build a deck of nothing but King Tigers.
Wait, he wants to build a German deck. King Tigers were straight German.
Yeah, no, that's what he's saying. Just build one of. Yeah, but
well,
there
But
is.
it's still going to be a point thing.
It's still going to be a limit, but you could still end up getting wiped by somebody who has a bunch of light tanks.
Yep. If they
So
can get around, depending on the tanks, yeah.
underestimated tank to me is the Stuke.
Stuke
It's got a fixed barrel, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't popular, but boy, it could do some damage.
Oh yeah,
And
because it was quick.
I've won a couple
low profile, very agile. Yeah, fixed gun didn't really hurt that much, especially when they started giving it the 90 millimeter gun or something. I mean, it got a bigger cannon, which made it even deadlier.
Ice Wolf says, still a card game or print your own tanks. Nice models to hold in your hand and on a table. Yeah, we have
Good.
some
I mean,
tanks.
depending on the cards, if you build your thing, you can always put the little tank in front
on
of it.
Yeah,
put a little 6 millimeter tank.
I just figured
some
it
to
would
represent
be
it.
easy to transport, easy to play, easy to, I still want to do World of Tanks miniatures, so.
Ice Wolf says,
honestly, we always end up falling back to the miniatures.
Yeah.
It don't matter what it is.
he says Keegan can have 2 King Tigers and he'll take 8 Hellcats.
Yeah.
Hellcats are a little badass.
Yeah, they'll run around.
They are definitely.
And
I think that's what deters me of the Hex and Counter games. There's no, quote, miniatures.
Yeah.
There is now. That's a Hex game.
Battletech's Hex.
A Hex
Savez does Hex.
And
But I meant the counter ones where you like and Jeffy.
I don't mind the counters, but yeah, having
the model
gets boring after a while.
Having the model is just something that's a little bit different.
it gives more physicality.
Yeah.
Even the original BattleTech, while it's still 2-dimensional, you folded the mech in half and stuck it on a peg, and it stood upright. So it gave it some feel. The buildings were 2-dimensional, but
the buildings that came with the last Kickstarter set that I got was really nice.
The little papered ones,
yeah. I mean, when you fold them up, they look pretty
they are
good.
pretty cool. Yeah, the Alpha Strike buildings.
And I can't remember the name of that stuff. You can get it at like the hardware stores, but it's clear and you just brush it on and it'll harden on the buildings up.
Yeah, it's like
Mod
a resin.
Podge.
No, it's not Mod Podge. It's a
resin type. Yeah,
it's one of the
you
guys.
keep sliding over.
Well, there. I'll put you there.
Yeah, I have a lot of 3D terrain for BattleTech now.
I know that Hex Tech stuff is, oh my god.
Yeah, I've got
It's
some.
awesome.
I've been keeping an eye out to see if any of the place sells any of the trees.
Yeah,
they're sold out all the time.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I want to get some of the autumn trees, and there's gonna be winter ones soon.
Gale Force 9 has the winter ones, but they're sold out.
Yep. Oh, I mean, there's a lot of their barrier walls and stuff are cool, but I've been just getting some 3D stuff. I got one really cool type facility. I mean, it's huge. It's like 9 hexes. Anyway, it's a dice tower.
Nice.
The courtyard where the vehicles are staged is where the dice come out.
Nice.
The only problem is it keeps throwing the dice out.
Yeah, that's how the one I printed. The wall's not high enough to hold.
The gate wall is just, but it's cool.
That still makes it interesting.
Yeah, I got a really cool bridge that I got to work on.
Keegan says he'll just call in an A10 Warthog. The problem with the Warthogs, they weren't around then. It's a hell of a good weapon. I'm really surprised they're retiring it this year. A lot of the military guys are not happy with that. I don't blame you. That thing looks like a hell of a good support, would be useful for a long time, but they're getting rid of it and bringing out a newer version.
New and ugly.
Yeah.
We do need to get Trench Club out and get Keegan and Clint over to the game shop and play that, because there's 4 groups.
Yeah. Trench Club's World War One, but very interesting way to play. Because your equipment, like in the World War II version of it, so your model, you got a little model, and on the side it has 2 spires. One is for your experience, one is your damage. So you could look at, as you're going through and you're getting hits, you're gaining experience, which makes you more powerful, easier to hit the next time. But then you know who's the bad guy on the battlefield that you got to watch out for. And it's very interesting.
It's an interesting.
Yeah, and it works really well. At first I was thinking, Icewolf says a P-38 Lightning, the best and nicest plane in World War II.
Yeah. It was an odd duck,
Well,
but it was effective.
if they wouldn't have stopped the Germans, they were, developing the jet. So would have been interesting had it gone on a few more years.
Yeah.
Because the Allies, as it was, had a hard time stopping them. So, although we did take all their technology,
We acquired it.
We acquired
it.
To the victor goes the
Yes,
spoils.
exactly.
So they acquired a whole bunch of stuff that, had they not stopped, would have been not good for them. If the dice hit a unit, you get collision damage. That Leviathans game looks pretty interesting.
Collision damage, regardless. So
there is collision damage in that.
Yeah.
There, yeah.
It's gonna be
because you're gonna run into.
Well, there's collision damage in any of them.
Yeah.
Star Wars, Wings of Glory, Cells of Glory, all those have collision.
Cells of Glory. It has been years since we've taken that out and played.
Still not getting rid of it though.
I'm not getting rid of it sitting down, but it was a fun game.
Yeah, I still have
We did that one,
a
Oak and
bunch of
Iron.
American ships for it too.
And what's the other one you brought over that we set up that racetrack for, and we did the Hot Wheels?
Yeah, I do. I need to bring over Car Wars at some point. All the new miniatures and stuff for it. That one's kind of fun too.
Is that the one where the map?
It was gas.
Pulled off?
What was it? Gas.
Gaslands.
Gaslands. Yeah.
Now Car Wars is a little different. Car Wars is neat. Well, you need room to set up the car map because you build your car. Just like in the old game you did. You've got your map, it's got the picture of your car, and it's got a spots for all your cards. And you lay your weapons cards and all your stuff around it. And the driver and passenger can shoot it to the enemy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keegan says, yeah, Wings and X-Wings I have crashed on purpose. Yeah, an X-Wing, you got the one ship that just rams. So, yep, Gaslands, Keegan. Took me a minute. It was just, that was interesting. And then they had the templates at the local games store too. But there's been some interesting games over the years. There's just so many coming out that it's
there is a lot. That's why I'm trying not to get into everything. And
Gaslands is with Hot
you
Wheels.
can use Hot Wheels.
yeah,
for
you
it,
can use Hot Wheels for it. There,
It's 1/64 scale cars. Technically, so is Car Wars, but you have to put the car on the base.
You had that. Was that the one you brought over where the map went away?
That's what I was asking.
No, that wasn't Car Wars. That was actually a board game.
That's
Yeah,
when
but
you
I-
ended up winning, Ben.
I won because I left my other cards behind and whatever.
Yeah, that was
Thunder Road.
Thunder Road. Yeah,
Was it Thunder Road?
And I
it was you two,
expansions for
D,
it.
and Keegan
yeah.
played, and I was
That's
behind.
actually technically a board game.
Yeah, that was a fun one too.
That
though.
one, yeah,
that
I
was
gotta
interesting.
get
It
some of the
was.
expansions for it. Still, I haven't picked those up,
It
but
was an interesting game. But Gaslands, we did play it with Hot Wheels for sure. Ice Wolf. It was actually funner than I thought it would be. We just sat outside and built it on.
The thing I like with Car Wars is everything's based off the base of itself, and the base is designed to go onto your turn markers. So all your maneuvers are done with the turn marker, and you just pivot the base over the turn marker to figure out where you're at, and then that does determine your line of sight for firing, maneuvering, loss of control. They really did a good job of streamlining it into a miniature game.
Thingiverse and Colts have lots of Hot Wheels vehicle scale
Yeah.
weapons, Keegan says.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to go there to get some STLs
Yep.
then. I mean, our printer, once we got it going and figured a few things out, has been pretty much invaluable. We've used it for a lot. I mean, I've printed up entire armies, and Ashley's printed up some stuff. So found out last night after playing boarding action, she needs to get some more Tyranids.
That I do different ones.
I don't know. So Clint, we got to figure out a time to hit the coffee shop and do that one. We could do it live from the shop or whatever one day.
Do
The
this one.
shop?
Yeah.
the shop missed us actually.
Yeah.
Because we used to go every weekend.
Well, let's try to push it out for
Yeah.
a couple weeks because I mean next week we can't really do. I mean, we
So-
could, I guess.
Next week, you guys have a game developer that's going to be on the show. And he developed a game that's launching on Kickstarter.
What was
Yeah,
it, Dragon something?
It's Dragon Skills, I believe, and he's been demoing out the game down in Mexico and some other areas, and having really good response to it. So he kind of met him on TikTok, and he's gonna be here next week.
But you don't like my little Reapers
Keegan says different
or
ones,
Termagants?
not more of those raptors with guns, because they always are difficult.
I mean, yeah, that's a lot, but
that's how Tyranids work. They're
Yeah,
overwhelming,
That's true.
Biomass.
That's mentality.
and you would just be stuck. So we ran across a little bit of lore on that too, where the Blood Angels, Clint, were fighting the Necrons for 3 weeks, and then they stopped because the Necrons said, "Hey, if we keep doing this, we're all going to be dead, and the Tyranids are on the way." And they weren't going to get off the world, so they didn't really make an alliance. They just agreed to quit fighting each other, and then they fought the Tyranids. I thought that was interesting, and Keegan was like, "What?" So he looked up in the book, and you can make an alliance with them.
yeah, but then you could turn on each other.
But you can turn on each other, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
ISO says, yes, Keegan almost started the game, but I always ask around friends, want to play the game first. We have to. Too many games, too little time in our group. That's the thing. Nobody has time anymore, man. It's like the whole world. We used to have time, and nobody anymore has a lot of time. It's whatever.
So we gotta set it up, a couple weeks in advance.
Yeah.
This last minute stuff is hard to do anymore.
Yeah.
It does get to be a little bit hard, but ISO says I'm the only one with dystopian war models, but I have 4 complete armies. We can still play.
There you
go. You have dust tactics.
No.
Or you did?
I sent it all to Brian, actually.
Oh, did
Everything
you?
I had for dust tactics went to Brian.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
going to say,
there's no point in having them, and he'd make more use of them than I would.
Yeah.
So I sent them to him.
I figured. I figured you gave away. I was like, I remember you had them in World War II. He loves that.
Yep.
Dust tactics. Yeah. And Keegan says, yeah, because Necrons don't leave biomass behind, so Necrons are the only ones able to actually take out the Tyranids. That's only if they.
I think they still do something with it.
Got on the on a Necron world, but they're attacking all these other worlds too. So they just remind me of Starship Troopers.
Yeah, that's
basically that's kind of what they are.
They are. Yeah.
You're never gonna stop the onslaught.
It's actually kind of what the Starship Troopers were, because technically the Tyranids were long before the movie was.
Yeah.
Brian says working every day puts a crimp in your hobby, and it does. Yeah. That's what it takes to make it. So what you got to do. And Brian says, and I love you that much more for it, Clint. Yeah, I bet, because I know you like that stuff, Brian.
Yeah.
So
that's why I figure I just send it to him.
Yeah, it's a good.
Definitely utilize it.
He's going to utilize it. Yeah.
Well, just like World War or Mutt, we sent him all the Fallout things.
Yeah.
I paid good money
we bought
for
it
that.
for the kids, and then I think they played one time and never touched it again.
We played the miniatures kind of sucked in the beginning. Now they're doing a lot of it in plastic, and it's better. But doing it in resin just is not great.
It didn't like to stick glued.
No, they glue together, and the paint would stay, or they'd come up, they'd break, and it just. I like resin for certain things, but miniatures, no.
For the most part, I mean, that's all resin right there. But
yeah,
how many times I busted those things?
Yeah, just
luckily they sat just fine. And
yeah, that's for dioramas.
I've got some liquid some flexible liquid resin. I haven't used it yet. I need to try it. It's supposed to make them miniatures like that
bouncy,
and so that they don't break.
I was looking into that, but I just don't know how it would work with my printer.
With the printer on, you'd have to just try it.
You supposedly can mix it with your existing.
Someone said that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Was it Ice Wolf or something?
No specs on it.
WAG.
You could mix it with your existing.
And yeah, it makes them a little bit more.
They're
flexible.
a little more durable. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would help because when they hit the ground, they go. Phew.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, and even the buildings I have, I don't want to 3D print buildings like that because you knock it off the table and it's just
all it takes is one bump and
yep.
Although this was 3D printed, okay. That's pretty hefty.
What's that from?
1-page rolls, Human Defense Force.
Oh, nice. I thought it was one of the Armored Core figures.
Well, that's just one of their like big mechs that they use. But it come in pieces, so
yeah,
it's fairly sizable.
Yeah.
Model. The hardest part with this was buying a base. I had to order bigger bases than.
It's funny. It's almost the same scale as the Armored Core figures that they put out from Bandai.
Yeah, Bandai. Brian from World War II says I'm a metal man, but I do love 3D printing. Yeah, I like the metal.
I don't mind metal, but metal tends to stay together over the decades, and the paint just doesn't always look right on metal.
That or when you drop them and bend the firearms.
Yeah.
You bend
Snap.
back.
I mean, I still got
bend the back slowly.
Metal armor. Oh Jesus! The one fantasy steampunk one game.
Cyberpunk?
No, it's fantasy. Not Iron Kingdoms, but Iron Kingdoms is the role-playing game. Oh my God! Anyway, some of the old miniatures were metal, and they were really cool. Wow.
Keegan says if the Necrons would rebuild the machine that made them, they could technically build their Necron armies, but they destroyed them, so Necrons are only dwindling in numbers. Yeah, they're just eventually will be.
There's only 100 million instead of 1,000 million. You know.
ISO says yes, you can mix it the resin, but you need to adjust the print layer time sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
On a slower or higher?
And ISO says to Keegan, there are still complete Necron planets that are asleep. Yeah, the interesting thing with Games Workshop is the universe is so fractured that at any time, a new group can come in out of nowhere through the warp. You know, so
through the power of marketing. I mean,
a power of marketing. Yeah,
pretty much.
Need a new revenue stream? Create a new army.
Yeah. Keegan says some of them sadly don't awaken, and some only a few will wake up due to a virus. Well, if you're a computer, you can get computer viruses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian says old timers never bend back to metal pieces. That's why you see all those ancients and nappy old school gamers with bent bayonets, swords, and spears.
Yeah, because once it bends, don't move it.
Yep.
You can barely. You got to bend it back slowly, carefully.
Yeah.
A
lot of times you want to heat it and then bend it, but yeah, he's right.
Even then, it can still snap on you, and you're kind of just out of luck.
That's one of the biggest reasons I never got into miniature games like that. I just didn't want to deal with.
Let's see, Wolf says solid color needs more time. The more translucent the resin, the faster the print time. Didn't we try that translucent color or no?
No, we did a peach
it
or
was
something
it's supposed to be a woody, but it came out peach looking color.
It was this color, whatever the hell color this is. It's like a pinkish color. It was on sale.
I don't know. We tried this. Came out this color. I mean, the print's okay.
That's the granddaughter's.
Obviously that's the granddaughter's. But see, it's
heavy, and I hollowed the damn thing.
Yeah,
I don't think I made the walls thin enough.
And it started to separate right
Yeah.
there. It's separating.
I could probably
I
cut
But-
that off,
spend more time fiddling with mine. The problem I would do with mine is it's set right next to the work computer. So I figured, well, I'll just 3D print while I'm working. Well, I can't get anything set because then I get a phone call. So now I've got to stop or do this, and now I can't. It's like trying to paint miniatures. It's like I dip the brush in the paint, the dang phone rings. I don't put any paint on the brush, phone won't ring for an hour. As soon as I dip it in the pot, ring. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, but for a while you were on a streak until you dropped the X-Acto knife on your knee, but you were doing good.
Yeah, foot, but yeah.
And you were painting quite a bit. I was like, how are you doing this, Clint? I couldn't get away from the calls, and then I would get just obnoxious calls. Yeah,
You can't just do it while you're on the call because people don't let you anymore.
yeah, it gets distracting.
So
too.
I'll give you an idea. So I was just getting some 30-minute mission stuff. It's just supposed to take like half an hour to assemble them. I have one 30-minute mission figure. It took me 3 hours to build it because I just kept getting interrupted.
3 hours on a 30-minute model.
Yeah, on a 30, and there's no glue. You just press those together, and it's just like I just couldn't get
a press to fit, and it took that long.
Yeah, I just couldn't be left alone a long enough time to get stuff off the sprue, figure out which piece was which. So it's just like I give up, I quit. So what I do now, I sit and watch anime because
why not?
I can hit pause or YouTube videos on how to do stuff.
Brian says, I hear the best way to the resin is mixing different resins together to get the consistency you want. Many of the online 3D print houses do it. They're hush-hush on the formula. Well, yeah, because they don't want you to duplicate it, but you'd have to ding around with it. We're just kind of stick with what works. Like, we have an Anycubic, so I ordered the Anycubic resin.
Yeah.
And the standard gray is what that takes. We've tried to deviate with like ultra higher ones, and it
eco-friendly resin. That would never again am I using the eco-friendly.
Yeah, a lot
resin.
of people have said that too.
That just like it worked and it cleaned up with water like they said it would, but boy, it just didn't. You bump it, you drop it, you try to do anything with it, forget it.
It's out of there. Yeah.
I have one thing I did with the eco-friendly that these two little ramp things. I don't remember what they're for. I think they're for an RC. They're the only thing that seem to come out real good, so I use them as a little table now.
That works.
Because it's just like my little fan sits on it.
If you could use it, why not?
Yeah, they're the only thing that seemed like they held up just fine. And I hollowed them out, put in drain plugs and everything, and they worked good. And then they glued together just fine. I was going to use them for some more hammer train, but never got around to it.
Well, so far for the one-page rules, they all know, is I printed an army out of that. So I got my money out of it.
I've been trying to look into Brutality.
Brutality?
Just because my friend in Des Moines plays Brutality with his kids. And Brutality also now has Brutality Space, which takes the old, from what I can tell, it works great with the old, some of the old spaceship games, the older ones. Oh, God, I can't remember. Firestorm Armada. There's no rules for that anymore other than the original rules. There's nothing new for that. But I can 3D print all the ships. I can get everything for it.
And then use those rules.
I was thinking about buying the Brutality Space rules to see how it worked. I like Firestorm Armada, but having to have 30 or 40 D6s, like the one ship I had, the whole ship was built around the railgun in the middle. It literally, I rolled 30 D6s every time I fired that gun. Now, granted, it decimated almost everything it hit, but
yeah, that's insane.
It just, that's a lot of dice.
Ashley said Jeffy was Hextech says uses the water rinse resin and it works great for him.
I've
never tried it.
I didn't have a lot of luck with it. And I was doing. I'm going to start doing some of those Hextech buildings because I got their free sample file. I downloaded that, and then of course the computer took a dump again. So I got to get that fixed.
Ice Wolf says You never change when you printing well. I did not change any settings for 2 years. Never clean the tray. I use clear and green translucent and mix. Never the same. It always works, but grays I do not. So then just use what works for us in our particular machine. We're having really good outcomes and really great detail with what we're using. So I'm leery of, and mainly it's a money thing, even though the resin isn't really expensive.
Yeah, it's not bad.
just, no, everybody was thinking it was going to be outrageous, but I think ours went up
$30 for a giant bottle.
Yeah. And the one we use, I think it went up $2. Actually, I got a flash sale.
Yeah.
The other day I got a bottle for $8 on Amazon.
Geez.
So $8.88 or some weird number. But I just am leery, Ice Wolf, of changing anything on it because we're not experts on it. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I need to be able to spend more time with mine.
Right now, it prints pretty good. Yeah, Ashley's right. She says Ice Wolf sent us comparable hex text files. So
yeah, there were some I want to buy because they have a whole big selection of files for all their buildings destroyed. So it's the same buildings you can buy in the boxes now, but they're just the destroyed version.
Oh, nice.
And it was like $20 for the file. I'm like, hey, I want to get that and print a bunch of the destroyed ones.
Well, that would be worth it because then you could set up a whole table.
I had already, with those bridges I have and a few of the other stuff I had, I'd love to do a big scenario with all that. Just like half the city ruined and half the city not. And I figured to put that giant dice tower one that I have in the middle, and then we could just roll the dice on that.
That would work.
And then, because we could just easily end to end on this table and have a decent city battle and just do Alpha Strike.
Well, Alpha Strike is fun. Actually, I get a lot more views on doing that than I do the other stuff. It seems like.
Yeah, so. I would like to do. I've got all these mechs. I would like to do more Alpha Strike. Since I've been playing Mech Warrior 5, I reconfigured a lot of my miniatures to match my mercenary paint scheme. So now I've got some really cool layouts with that. I just got the update for that, and I haven't done much with it because I've been doing Roadcraft. Got to get Keegan into Roadcraft. It's like SnowRunner, but you could build roads.
Roadcraft. Well, he got into that pressure washing game for a while.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to get into that too.
That's kind of a mentally addictive game, but yeah.
This one was a little more fun because it is just like it's the same people that do SnowRunner, but you're rebuilding areas after like earthquakes and hurricanes, so you can literally build roads anywhere with the power of sand.
With the power of sand, awesome. Yep. Brian from World War II says water base is way too brittle for his taste.
Yeah, that was what I found with the water base. I don't think I have any of the water base prints left that I had.
I haven't run across anybody that really cares for it, but Ice Wolf says, yep, if you need STL files, check with him. He has lots of them.
Interesting.
And World War II so the external hard drive he was using for all of his STLs, thousands of files, pooped out. That does suck, sir.
Yep, that's why I backed it up.
Yep,
I bought it.
If you lose it, you lose it, and
I've got it on the computer and on the portable hard drive.
However, you have to pay for it, but I know if you got a Best Buy in your area, they will recover it. They have a way to take it apart and recover everything on there. I don't know. It costs, but I'm not sure. Depends on what they would charge. I'd call and ask if it's reasonable. You could at least recover your stuff.
Yeah, I ended up just buying a 2 terabyte SSD external and just backed everything up just in case. Because I got a bunch of Kickstarter STL files. Yeah, it's about the same as that one. Yeah, I did a couple Kickstarters for Cyberpunk type size files.
Yeah, didn't you do?
I still have all that.
Cyberpunk Red and all that.
I still have all. No, I never got into it. I decided
that's the one you were.
I was going to. I decided. Well, Red is the RPG.
The video game, right? Well, they did do the Cyberpunk video game.
Right. There was also.
But then Red was the RPG. But, But they had miniatures.
They had miniatures out, and I decided not to get into it. When I looked into it more, it just wasn't. I'm like, I don't really want to invest in this. Plus,
So you grab my drink.
I was getting to that point where I'm going to start not spending a lot of money on games.
You got a brownie in your mouth? Yeah.
Now that I've got a little extra cash, I could get back into stuff, but I'm just not.
Keegan says print some fences and glue, or Ice Wolf said print some fences and glue to the dice tower so the dice don't escape. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do a little, because it's the courtyard for the building, and it's got 2 little overhead doors that vehicles are supposed to be able to go through. I think I'm just gonna do like a either like a fence wall or like a chain link or something over the top of that, just to help keep the dice contained. Or worst case scenario, just put a clear piece of plastic. I just don't really want to do that, but because that looks tacky. Considering this, I'll have to sometimes show you guys that building. I mean, it's huge.
I'd like to see it. Yeah,
I can fit 2 mechs in the parking area where the dice come out, side by side. So
that's a big one.
It's a big one, and it's it's tall. It's 4 mechs tall.
Oh, jeez.
It's big.
Kind of every once in a while, I think back to the old days when we were during COVID, and we were sent to the outpost we called your mom's barn. And we're out there with Wi-Fi, friggin' freezing feet, a portable heater in the middle of winter, doing customer service calls, and in between we had a table set up playing blitzball. Yeah. We made jokes about it being the outpost because literally it kind of was.
Yeah, to get the Wi-Fi to work, I had to go upstairs and put it next to the door.
Yeah, it's just like big barn building is that at?
It's a shop, yeah.
Yep, so Clint had to walk up the steps towards the roof and set the Wi-Fi router there so we could get signal down to our little room that we're huddled in with one small little space heater. And, I mean, it's snowing. That is a little bit colder than you think. So we did have an emergency coffee pot.
Yeah.
And a mini fridge.
Yeah.
And a table to game with.
You guys worked so hard.
We did. We worked.
We worked, yeah.
We worked.
We did answer the phone. We still had good call numbers.
Yeah, our numbers never went down.
No.
We got praised for doing a good job. And some of the others didn't because I remember, I can't say the name, but I remember a particular lady whose numbers plummeted when she went home. Yeah, she no longer works there from what I understand.
Yeah, most of them don't work there anymore.
Keegan, she needed to go though.
Well,
she was disruptive.
Yeah.
Keegan says, I want to get Roadcraft, but I need to build a PC or a newer Xbox. And Weird World War II says, I need to look into that. That's way too much to try to track down again. You should, because really, Brian, they can recover that. Just because it doesn't work for you, you take it in there, and their guys will, the Geek Squad, they will
play Roadcraft on.
They will Xbox. Get your information.
He has an older
back.
Xbox. A lot of them anymore. You have to have the S, which is what we have.
Yeah, I've got the X,
but X or whatever.
Yeah, I have the X, but
box, cube, whatever you want to call it.
Roadcraft could still be played on the one model older.
Some of the newer ones are just you have to. They're kind of forcing you to upgrade.
Yeah,
so you can play the games.
Well, so when I switched to my X, like some of the ones like Cyberpunk wanted me to spend a little extra money to get the X version of the game.
It's just better graphics.
It is. It did not help Fallout, that's for sure. Fallout 4 actually got worse when you did that.
I tried playing Fallout 4 and I did not like it. I got into the barricade or the bunker or whatever, and when they killed the wife, I'm like, yep, nope, that's it. Delete.
Oh, no, you had to go forward past that.
No.
Yeah.
It's what they did. Nope.
It didn't. The problem is it didn't fix the glitchy problems that I still have. I even upgrading it to Series X and everything, or it just didn't. The game would still just randomly crash, and I'm like, okay, this really didn't make it better.
No. Sometimes it don't.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't stop me from putting 500 hours on it, but
500 hours.
Evie logged into that one day to play, and she's like, "You've spent this much?" I'm like, "That's just this playthrough." Like, I've been playing that since it came out.
Yeah.
In fact, my old Xbox I bought new when that came out. It was the Fallout 4 edition.
Just don't realize it.
Yeah, it was that long ago. I mean, 10 years ago at least.
Well, babe, I mean, look how many times that I would get into Minecraft and just start building, and 10 hours later, you don't realize how long you were sitting.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, that's the kicker too. As I know video gamers can sit for extended periods of time video gaming, but if you offer them to play a game sometimes, I'm like, come on, you can do it. You can put 10 hours in on the Xbox. You can put 2 hours in on the table.
I get a few hours a week to play Xbox, so that's all that I do. I switch between a few games.
I'm just waiting for Battlefield 6 when that drops. Then I'll plan that.
At what, 12 more days?
Yep, October 10th. So I played the beta and was really impressed. It was really good. It was nice to be playing it, because the other stuff, Call of Duty, just got dumb, just got ridiculous, and that's what people have dropped it in droves. So
I downloaded Sniper Elite 5. I still haven't finished the first mission.
Sniper Elite was a fun game.
I love the game. I just never have time to
sit down and play it.
I mean, it's such a each mission is like hours. There's no zipping through it. The first mission was just huge. I mean, you're on this island in Italy trying to take out the Germans and all these spotlights and this radar tower array, and it's like you just don't zip through it. There's no
way to.
You can pull off some insane sniper shots. I killed a guy up on the radar tower from like a mile away.
Wow.
Because they made it so you now get to pick what you want for your weapons, and you can keep them, and you can get ammo for them. So instead of going out and not getting ammo, I always had the Mosin Nagant because I liked the Mosin Nagant. I could start the game with a Mosin Nagant, a Thompson, and a 1911, and any ammo I pick up works on that gun. Then you can modify them. So my Thompson and my 1911 have stock grip upgrades, scope upgrades. My 1911 has a front pistol grip.
Really?
And a silencer. My 1911 is actually more deadly than my Thompson. So I literally just only use the Mosin Nagant, which now has an upgraded sniper scope, muzzle, and silencer. I mean, it's just, my Mosin is just deadly. I mean, I am dropping things super long range.
Yeah, but that's cool. And isn't it? I thought it was Sniper Elite where they got it to where other people can try to.
That is. I did not realize you have to turn that off.
Yeah. You don't realize you have to turn it off.
I did not understand why this person kept showing up. And I'm like, what the hell? Because it just disrupted my game. I even set a trap for the guy and finally got him in one of the playthroughs, got him in the trap.
Yeah.
And that worked. But then another one showed up later, and I'm just like, because they just randomly show up. There's no, you get this little indication that this German is hunting, and that's all it says. And then later on, your head explodes or something because they just sniped you. You didn't know there. Finally, I figured out you can go and turn that off. I'm like, okay, because it was just preventing me from getting through anything. I'm like, this is annoying as F. I thought it was part of the game.
I heard it was like, so while you're trying to sneak through, do your missions, other people are trying to take you out.
They let one other person come in and
hunt you down.
The problem with that is that you get someone who's...
And say it's not going to be someone who can, you're used to.
Yeah, but that's
it's not AI.
That makes sense. But what it usually ends up being is a veteran player who's bored and
says, "Screw it, I'm going to go play."
Yeah, I'm going to go mess with the newbies. And I'm like, I'm trying to get through this and I don't. So I finally did figure out how to turn that off.
Nice.
Then I was able to get a little further with it. But
see, that's why I couldn't do like the online Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
it's no, I'm sorry. If I'm gonna get into a game like that, I want to do the missions, not be bombarded with.
I don't want to deal with other players.
People.
Yeah, that's why I don't do Fallout 76. Now they fixed the system so that it's not as bad, but it's like at this point I just don't care. I mean, I love Fallout, but I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah, you've always liked Fallout.
I always have. I just don't want to play it with a bunch of other people. World of Tanks, obviously you can't not have.
That's just like if Call of Duties or anything. That's what you're going in for.
Any more World of Tanks I play in co-op mode. I don't bother with the regular because I don't have time. I'm going to get to play this for an hour or two at the most. So I don't want to be dealing with, you still have the bullying crap when you got, people on your team who have friends on the other team and they want to mess with you. And I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I just play it in co-op mode. I don't care.
Well, some games are good just to do on your own, like the campaigns, and sometimes.
Well, that's why I re-downloaded Tomb Raider, just to replay them again. See if I can't get 100% on all of it.
Yeah.
But I forgot to sign out of yours, and now I have to do it on yours because I started on yours.
Yeah, that's why I went into SnowRunner stuff. It's just I don't know how to deal with other people. I mean, you can cross-play with SnowRunner or with like Roadcraft. You can have other people come in and help too, but it's like, it's fine.
That's okay.
Honestly, I downloaded, I'd say the last time we had it, the SnowRunner to try to play with Keegan. And it's like you can't even get into the co-op stuff until you complete 3 missions.
You got to be so far ahead in certain things. Yeah, that's the only way it works. But
well, at least in that way, when you play, you know what you're doing too.
Yeah,
as opposed to jumping in and.
I just hate that. It's going to be bad to go back to SnowRunner from Roadcraft because I can build roads. If I can't get through something, I just fill it full of sand and make a road. I mean, literally, if it's a bridge out and I don't want to build a bridge, I will literally just fill the entire river with sand and make a bridge. And I'm fine. Now I'll go back to SnowRunner and I'm like, I can't fix this road.
Yeah,
I watched Keegan do a couple of the missions. I'm like, how the hell are you even getting through that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I have 2 mod vehicles that pretty much take care of the brunt of my work because I don't want to deal with trying to go through this or this.
And Wolf Brother Hobbies Mythos says, yeah, I feel like it was a huge mistake to take a single-player narrative series like Fallout and turn it into a multiplayer game.
I agree, yeah.
So everybody agrees with you there, Mythos, yep. Fallout was supposed to be you going through the world.
Yeah, that was the point. You're the main character.
You're the character, yeah. So I don't know why they did that.
Because it was a money thing. And it almost cost them.
The franchise.
They finally kind of fixed some of the issues and got their head in the game. And that's the only reason it's doing well now is because they got their head out of there. You know what?
Yep, got it fixed. Otherwise.
And this, I can't see the story arc being there. I mean, there's storyline to it and everything, but that was the great thing about any of the Fallout games was the story arc. This ridiculous, insane story arc. It just keeps getting more ridiculous, insane as time goes on.
That's how it was meant to be, though.
That's small side note on that. While talking about story arcs, I've been watching Twisted Metal, the TV series.
Oh,
and I'll tell you what, it's awesome. It's beautiful storyline, great. I mean, it's
where's it streaming on?
Peacock.
On Peacock,
it's like a $12 a month subscription.
Well, no, I just didn't know where it was.
It follows mostly John Doe, the John Doe character, and they introduce all the characters. And even Sweet Tooth has a whole backstory, and actually, he's a really cool character, even though he's psycho. There are some other people that are more psycho than him, but like season 2 now is getting into the actual Twisted Metal tournament, and like they've introduced Calypso and his stuff is interesting. They touch on his backstory. You've got a lot of development for side like Axel, the dude in the big tires. So he has a whole backstory. They end up accidentally rescuing him. And it's hilarious how they do it too.
Huh? I didn't
but
even.
It is done so. And Anthony Mackie plays John Doe, and it's got. I don't know a lot of the other actors, but it's got a real good professional cast. But it is just done well. Like Sweet Tooth's voice is Will Arnett. He plays the voice of Sweet Tooth.
Oh yeah.
And
so is it animated?
No, it's live.
That's a live show.
It's all live, yeah.
Huh.
And at one point, the first time they find him, he's in a Vegas casino. That's where they start with him. And like he keeps kidnapping people so he can entertain them. And so finally he makes the main character, the John Doe character and the other girl that's with him, watch his big show debut.
Oh,
so you can only imagine someone dressed as Sweet Tooth, first of all, with the clown mask and everything, doing The hotel introduction video.
Oh no. Vito says Lego Batman.
Yep, Lego Batman. It's just interesting to see how well they did it because the guy who plays Sweet Tooth is some WWE wrestler, and he's always in the face mask, but the voice is Will Arnett. So they're dubbing his voice over all his actions.
Oh wow.
And you almost don't know it. You almost can't tell.
Well, Nagawa, it's okay that you're late. It's all good. We're just glad you're here because that's a big time difference for you too. You have to go back to the beginning of the video later, sir, and check out the diesel. They're like diesel punk warships in the air for World War One. So it's a pretty interesting game. That was a Kickstarter game because Nagawa here does all World War One stuff.
Oh, he'd love.
Matter of fact, I sent him the World War One. I think it was Aliens.
I'll just put the book back under the camera and you can pop it over to the camera again real quick.
Yeah, here. There you go, Nagawa. It's Leviathans, the Great War. And it's all airships fighting. And so Clint here, that big box and all the packages on the table, he finally got his Kickstarter. It only took 3 years.
Joe is the professional wrestler.
I don't know.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either, but he's a great actor.
Can we see one of the boxes?
Yeah. Here, why don't you just take the starter box? You could just pop it open and show him again.
This was the starter box that we went through there, Nagawa. So you got hex kind of maps.
Hold on.
Okay. So here we'll show it because Nagawa's a World War One gamer. And you might like this. And then there's your
ships and
German airships. Yeah.
The German and French.
Maybe. I don't know. There's your ships. They fly in the air. And then, you try to wipe each other out. You got your cards and all that on a hex map. And so if you go back to the beginning of the first few minutes, when you get a chance, you can see all the ships, the cards, and all the stuff that came with it, and the maps. And it's a different take on World War One. So just like that, they're flying Leviathan ships instead of the Zeppelins and the balloons that they use. These would be like diesel punk. Best way we can describe it. What you doing, Ash?
See if it.
You get the.
Oh, right there, mirrored.
Yeah, click it. Everyone will just.
There we go.
Yeah.
Is it on?
It mirrored that one.
It mirrored that one, but
not this one.
You have to go to the.
There we go.
Okay.
Yay.
That'll make it better.
Now I'll say there had to be a way.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But yeah, so Leviathans, the Great War. Looks like it will be a very fun game there, sir. You game for it? Well, we're going to try to do the...
Yeah, we'll try to do at least the starter scenario.
Yeah.
At some point. And then this, I want to say it's December when it's going to start hitting stores.
Well, they'll probably try to get it out for the holiday sales.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Which camera are you using?
See, this one shouldn't be mirrored.
Yeah, no, you reverse it, so it's...
Yeah.
There.
That's... Yeah, that one's... Yeah, I'm on the right side of the room now. Well,
that's
okay,
the one
left,
we normally have.
Still.
You're there, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had it.
Yep.
Well, I just went into the settings and clicked it and switched this one because this is the main one.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yes, this reads much more easier. Okay.
Well, now that we know how to do it.
Yeah.
I say we never really need it because it's showing models, so it's not going to really matter. Rarely do we use it.
But now when you go to put a book up or something.
Yeah.
Like the main book and everything, now it's all in its spot.
In its proper area, for sure. And I wanted to go to... Also, Nagawa, while you're here, next week, I do have a Kickstarter game developer who's going to come on. He's developing a game that's being launched on Kickstarter. And he asked to come on the show. So,
Mini Warmut said hi.
yeah. Hello, Mini Warmut.
God, who let the mud in?
Oh, here we go. Who let the dogs out? Right. Oh, wait, that's a song. Wow. Yeah. It's all right. Wow. Mini Warmut's cool people. So, but hello, Mini Warmut. We're glad you showed up. We had Clint here today. It's been a while.
Flooding, you okay? Wait, he's flooded?
I didn't know. Is there a lot of flooding out your way, Mini Warmut? There's a lot of flooding all over. It seems like
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Flooding in Texas.
Brian.
He's in
Brian's
Arizona.
not in Texas.
Oh.
Mutt's in Nevada. Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
The flood is 35 miles east in the town Globe. All right. Well, that's not good that they're getting a flood, but we're glad you're okay.
Especially in Arizona.
Well, it's desert, man. It's going to run.
That flooding happens a lot in the desert.
That's true.
I lived in the high desert in California. When it rained, it would just literally
just
run.
Nothing to stop it.
Nothing to stop it. You got a couple of tornado warnings, huh, from the previous monsoon? Now, that's interesting.
That doesn't surprise me, though.
No, nothing surprises me anymore. But we're glad you're okay.
Yep.
Yeah, flooding's been a worldwide thing the last 2 years here.
Oh, wow.
One touchdown north of Tucson. See, Arizona's not known for tornadoes, so
That should scare you.
it's the weather. There you go, Mini Warmont. Ice Wolf's asking when you're going to play the Star Wolves in 5 parsecs again. Seeing a lot of zombies on your channel. And Mythos says, glad you're okay. Yep. Mini Warmont says the soil is clay, so it doesn't take much to flood there.
No.
Nah.
You can make bricks.
Gotta say,
There, you can Minecraft it, Mini Warmont. Make some bricks. Grab some clay and take it in the house. When your wife says, what are you doing? Say, I'm going to bake us some bricks. You know. And just see how she does with that. All right. So Mini Warmont says it's being set up. That's cool.
I think we're all set for our side.
I think so.
I don't know, Mythos, are we? You're the captain.
He's the director. He's directing the RPG.
Mythos is our captain.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking to Mini Warmont. All right, Charles. Take care, sir. Thank you for coming by. We appreciate it. Thumbs up it, please. Oh, well, Mini Warmont, he says Tuesday he gets the result on his multiple findings on his lower spine. I hope it all is good for you and not bad findings.
Yeah.
Mini Warmont. Ice Wolf's happy. He says, nice. I forgot which war band I was, but I hope to see more. Hey, you stop. Damn. Anyways. We have a few last decisions to do. Mythos says I'll post them in the group chat. Right on. Sounds good. Well, stop. You keep poking me in the ear with
I'm really
that thing.
surprised he doesn't see that.
Because
how many times am I focusing? How many
Because
times I'm going to be able to do it?
Focusing on the chats. That's why.
Can't use your peripheral vision?
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally looking right behind him.
You just think you're funny, don't you? You're just back there laughing. No, it's too quiet. Like a library.
Maybe he's just nervous.
Ashley. He says he bombed on the paint challenge. You're okay, man.
Hey, don't worry about it.
I didn't get my video comes out tomorrow. My final what I got done for the paint challenge.
I did the diorama that got finished 22nd, 23rd, something like that. So.
Yeah, I'm not able to do everything just due to the health issues I've had. So the last month has not been fun. So that's where that will be. So watch it tomorrow for me, you guys. I'd appreciate it. And I guess anyways, maybe warm up. We're getting ready to hop off. Next week, I got a game developer that's doing a game on Kickstarter going to be on the show. So I hope you guys all show up and support him. And we'll see what kind of game he's doing and talk about that. And yeah, but I appreciate everybody. We're going to end it. So thank you for being a good end of the week and a beginning of next week. And we're glad that Clinton come by. Looks like everybody was happy to see that. See, you were missed.
Try to appear a little more. Now that I've got some things organized, I can maybe do a little more.
It is all a hobby, Ice Wolf. We don't work under stress. Well, you got to take care of your health first, maybe warm up.
Yeah, make sure you're healthy.
Then worry about the rest. All right. Thank you for coming by, Nagawa. If you could check out the first couple minutes of this show, then you'll see some cool stuff there. Yeah. What?
Hold on.
What are you laughing at?
Brian.
Oh, mini warm up. We're sorry. We're going. Don't cry, sir. You're welcome, Nagawa. And mini warm up says, nice to see you, Clint, again. Yeah, we're trying to drag you back over once in a while. And that Kickstarter was pretty cool. See? Even
everyone likes you, Clint.
Yeah, I said I think getting where I can maybe do a little more.
All right, you guys. Good night. Take it easy. We'll
Bye,
see
guys.
you next time.